I hope you're having an awesome day. Let's jump right into our directions for the day. The first thing on our list is making sure our attendance form is filled out on time. Please remember, if you are not filling out your attendance form on time, then I do have to mark you absent for the day. The next thing on our list is chapters 29 and 30. They're both fairly short, so I thought we would read them together. And then finally, our optional vocabulary review. Remember, if you have time to do it, that's great. If you don't have time to do it, that's okay. Our vocabulary reviews are just for extra credit. So let's take a look at our chapter questions. We're going to start with chapter 29. The first two questions are from when they are talking about the attack. So our first question, what evidence does Hecate find to suggest that Mr. Ewell was trying to kill Atticus's children rather than just scare them? There's a specific piece of evidence. What is that evidence? And then what physical evidence links Ewell directly to the attack on Scout? So there's an important piece of physical evidence. What is that? Our next one is all about the stranger. So our first question reads, what details in the description of the stranger that saved Jem and Scout give her clues to his identity? So I want you to think about what are some of the specific clues that Scout notices. Who is the stranger that saved Scout? So you're going to figure out who it is in this chapter. I was pretty excited the first time I read this and figured out who it was. And then, why do you think Scout cries when she realizes who saved her? So that's chapter 29. So in chapter 30, we're going to continue seeing some of the aftermath of the attack. First question is all about Boo. We're going to have Atticus introduce Boo. He's going to be coming into our story more now that it's the end. So our two questions are about Boo, our first two. So our first one, why do you think Scout instinctively runs to her brother when her father introduces Mr. Arthur Radley to her? Remember, Mr. Arthur Radley is Boo Radley. Our next one, what specific things does Scout do as she interacts with Boo that suggest that she has been impacted by the example of ladies like Aunt Alexandra and Miss Maudie? So for this question, I'm looking at how is Scout treating Boo Radley? What are those specific ways that she's treating him that shows she knows how to be a lady? Our next one is when they're talking on their porch. So they're going to move out on the porch and they're going to have a discussion out there. And these are all questions that come from the discussion. They're all important questions for us to understand the ending of our novel. So our first one, who does Atticus think killed Bob Ewell? So Atticus is going to kind of go into a panic about who he thinks killed Bob Ewell. Who is that person? Our next one, read Atticus's reason for wanting the case to go to trial and summarize his reasons in your own words. So why does Atticus want this case to go to trial? Our next one, do you agree with Atticus about wanting to go to trial with this crime? So do you think they should go to trial? Do you think that someone should be punished or accused or put on trial for the death of Bob Ewell? Our next question, what does Mr. Tate say he's going to report happened to Bob Ewell? So at this point in our novel, we're going to see Atticus and Mr. Tate, Hecate, get into an argument. And Heck says to Atticus, it doesn't matter what you say, this is what I'm putting in the report. What is that thing that Heck is putting in the report? Our next question, what does Mr. Tate say that lets Atticus and Scout know that Boo Radley killed Mr. Ewell? So that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's important for us to understand what Mr. Tate said in that part. Our next one, why won't Mr. Tate tell the town that Boo Radley killed Bob Ewell? So he gives a pretty specific reason. He doesn't outright say it, but there's a reason for him keeping this a secret. Our next question, what does Atticus thank Arthur Radley for? So he says, thank you for, what is he thanking him for? And then why does Atticus thank Arthur Radley? So this is a little bit different than the question above. Our what question is saying what specifically is he thanking him for? And then why is he thanking him for that thing? What happened to make him thank Arthur Radley for that thing he's thanking them for? All right, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.